The three ways to be defensive are staying in the point, neutralizing, and being counter-offensive. Staying in the point is pure defense. You barely touch the ball and you just got it back in. Neutralizing is hitting a good enough ball that it puts you back into rally, and being counter-offensive is hitting a good enough ball that it puts you back into being offensive. Some players build their whole game around this, rallying, defending, and only being counter-offensive when they have to be. Some call them pushers, but you can't deny that it works, even at professional level. Defense is a crucial part to everyone's game, and you must train it seriously. Let's begin with staying in the point. The biggest area to develop here is your eyes. Your eyes tell your brain and feet what to do. When I talk about training your eyes, I mean reaction time and anticipation. Here are some easy drills. First drill: the moment the ball leaves your opponent's racket, you need to say forehand or backhand before the ball gets to the net and comes onto your side. Second drill: the moment the ball comes off your opponent's racket, you need to say forwards, backwards, or staying where you are before the ball comes onto your side of the court. The second one is way harder because our eyes struggle with speed and depth perception when something is coming at us straight on. Ever wondered why we have brake lights on cars? Why can't we just tell that cars are slowing down? It's for the reason I just said. A way you can progress this drill is getting a cone and seeing if you can say whatever it is you're saying before the ball gets to the cone instead of the net. Then slowly start moving the cone further and further back. For context, the pro players are around there. Now, for anticipation, I'm going to do a completely separate video on that because that's a big topic. Whilst you're training your eyes, obviously work on your footwork. Take big steps and use your arms whilst you're running. And of course, work on your conditioning. You have to be able to do this deep into a third set. Work on running down balls from side to side repeatedly. Work on running for drop shots and short angles. Training for staying in the point is absolutely brutal. It's hard work, but it can truly be the difference between you winning or losing. Now onto neutralizing. The focus here is on depth and topspin. Obviously, it depends on the situation. Slicing deep down the middle or cross court can certainly put you back in neutral. It just won't be as effective as if you hit deep with topspin. Personally, I only recommend slicing the ball if it's below sock height. If it's higher, usually you can get under and over the ball, so why wouldn't you? The determining factors for depth are height, speed, and spin of the ball. Topspin is going to make the ball go shorter, and I hate it when people hit in the net. So your focus here is going to be height and speed down the middle or cross, but mostly down the middle, with enough topspin to stop the ball going long. Height is the biggest one I find myself talking about the most when I'm on court, both in defense and rally. If players are consistently hitting the ball over the net, they find their speed, depth, and spin over time. The net is 91.4 centimeters tall at the center strap. Now that's not very tall considering the space you have above the net. Hit the ball over the net, nice and high, so you increase your chances of it going deep. Lastly, being counter-offensive. This happens in lots of situations, but I'm going to show you the most common and obvious one. No matter what situation though, you are hardly ever being counter-offensive by taking away their time. If you have done your job properly, you have recognized that you are in defense and have moved back to give yourself time. So that leaves us with precision and speed. Let's imagine your opponent has approached the net and you want to pass them, line cross, or lob them. Like I spoke about in my video on being offensive, when aiming for small areas, you need to prioritize precision whilst maintaining good speed. When you are being offensive into a big space, that's when you can prioritize speed whilst maintaining good precision. So in this situation, you are going to be counter-offensive, line, cross, or lob, with precision whilst maintaining good speed. If you wanted to hit it straight at them, however, that's when you can focus more on speed. The same for if you're at the baseline and you're running full speed for your forehand. You could be counter-offensive with speed, straight back down the middle, or slightly cross. For all three, staying, neutralizing, and being counter-offensive, you are defending, which means you probably aren't going to be in a good position to hit the ball, because if you were, you wouldn't be defending. So that means you must focus on what your arm and hand is doing, the path, angle, speed of your racket, and be able to control the path, angle, speed of your racket when you are running full speed. I will be talking about all of this, live Q&A sessions, live podcasts, and so much more in the Online Tennis Academy. So if you want to be on the waiting list and get in early at a discount, subscribe and put your details in the link below.